What do you see the influence of AI playing in neurofeedback?
I'm working on a project right now where it's a grant for research funding. And their reviewers came back with a whole bunch of questions. I went back to my team and I said, we need to answer these questions. That's your expertise. Person B, will you do this? Two of them just copy and pasted AI, ChatGPT. So then I took that and spent an hour and a half, 2 hours, putting it into our words and actually answering the question that the reviewers had posed. Because you can click a button and all kinds of stuff comes out. So I said to them, from now on, no more cut and paste from AI. I need for you guys to think about this. And it was a whole argument. That's the future. I don't have time. It took me long enough just to do that. And I'm like, if that's where you want your brain to go, where you don't have to think anymore, let's relate that to GPS, right? When's the last time you really cared about where to make the left and where to make the right?
Yeah.
That part of our brain is becoming obsolete. We don't need that part of our brain anymore. Those taxi drivers in London where that famous study was done, their hippocampi and parietal lobes are probably mush because they don't need to use them anymore.
Sure.
So it's the same thing. It's like we need to persevere. We need to go beyond it. We need to utilize it. I think it's an excellent skill, but we need to use it to help us think, not to think for us. So that's where I feel about that.
I have a coach, and his wisdom to me about 2 weeks ago was, he was like, use ChatGPT as much as you can for 3 to 4 hours a week minimum. And so I started doing that and just trying to see what everything I could use it for. And it's been fascinating because, to your point, if I don't know what I want, it can't give me that, which is a thing, right? So it's that. But there are all these little things where if I try to just have it do a job for me, I find it's not super great at. But if I use it to help me think more clearly, if I use it to ask me questions, right? If I use it to process things and start to identify more about what I want, almost use it as that like in real time biofeedback device in a sense, but almost for my mind in a lot of ways. Although it can, if you use that as a therapist, it can very much ground you into your body if you ask it to. So there's all these really cool ways that you can, to your point, use it. But I think it is very much like any tool, right? You can use fire to burn down a forest, or you can use it to cook a salmon, whatever you want to do.
True that.
Well,